right guys, today is Memorial Day and we are officially working on food plots. We got the General out there with the sprayer on it, and we're spraying our bean plot, which everything you see that's green right here, all the way to the edge of the lake, back into there, over across, all gonna be foraged soybeans this year. Obviously this is the biggest plot we've ever planted. It'll be right around 2 acres when it's all done, but Isaac's adjusting the sprayer. A little bit of a trial and error. Nick had to put a new motor on it for us, but today is the official beginning of food plot season for us. We're gonna spray a couple things, and then next week we'll be getting the tiller out and starting to prep soil, and hopefully middle of next week we're planting. Not as full as it was, but all right, everybody, it is Saturday, May 30th, and I'm here at the Seafield clover plot. This is a spot that we hunted a lot last year. I killed Big Mama here. Me and Gore had a lot of hunts right before gun season where he had 2 or 3 encounters with Future. It's got the watering hole that we always talk about. Last couple of years we've talked about this spot right here, the watering hole. And this year the farmer just got done plowing it up, and it's going to turn now that plowed ground right there into corn. So we're going to have a secluded clover plot here, about 1/3 to maybe 1/2 an acre, probably about 1/3 of an acre, with the watering hole. Behind us here is the ridge. You can see this ridge, steep ridge that runs along and drops down into a big swamp down there. And so anytime there's a northwest wind, which is blowing in that direction, we're tucked up against this ridge, and the deer will feed out here in front of us and enter this field from all directions. And it's very rarely that we get winded here. Almost never do we ever get winded here. And it's easy just to drop back down into that valley to enter and to leave in the evening. And there could be deer out here feeding in front of you, and they don't have a clue. So obviously we say that a lot, but this is truly one of our better spots on the farm. This is where I had my encounter with Freak Daddy in 2009. So geez, 11 years ago now. 200-inch buck right here in the corner of this field. I killed my doe here 2 years ago on film. So 2 years in a row I've killed a doe in this field on film. Lots of encounters with Hook in this area. Matt had a great encounter with Hook right here. It's just always been one of the best spots on the farm. So it's gonna be even better this year. We got the Radix blind here, and we'll be bringing you a lot of footage from this spot. All right guys, it is Monday, June 1st, and today we are beginning food plots here on the farm, specifically our bean plot. We've already sprayed and have our south side food plot tilled up, but today we are going to till our bean plot, which is 1.5 acres mixed with 1/2 an acre of chicory and clover. It's going to have border patrol around the outside. Real world foraged soybeans. It's an all-season plot that we are very excited about. It's finally gotten to the point where we can do exactly what we want with food plots. And today we're going to put this new tiller to use. All right guys, it is Friday, June 5th, and we are officially putting in the first seed of the year in our food plots. I'm here with what we call the south plot or the lake plot, and it is the oldest food plot on the farm. It's the very first one we ever tilled up and started doing stuff with probably 10 years ago, and then for a couple years it was on and off. But last year we had just a mixture, Tractor Supply type mixture of brassicas and oats and stuff. Basically soil builders, and the deer did not use it very much. It was not an attraction. This field right here and the 13 acres surrounding this went untilled and unplanted, so they were all clover. So with 13 acres of clover, our small little 1/3 of an acre mixture was not very palatable to the deer. But this year, this is all going to be corn. This is going to be a cornfield. So we are planting a mixture of green in here. We're planting Imperial Whitetail Alpha Rack Plus, and I know the purists are going to say, well, it's a couple weeks too late for alfalfa, but based on weather, this is the earliest we could get it in. So we're doing the Imperial Whitetail Alpha Rack Plus and screening it with the Imperial Whitetail Conceal using the solo spreader. We just broadcast it out and then take a drag with the gator, push it underneath the soil. Thought being that when this corn turns brown and becomes a food source, we'll still have our screen here, but they'll be green. If the deer still want something green, they'll be green on the other side of this screen. A little secluded green plot. Very similar to the Seafield plot, which is about a couple hundred yards in that direction. It'll be rut and late October, November green matter. And obviously we'll have cut corn, so we'll have 13 acres of cut corn on this side of the road that we can also take advantage of. But it just gives the deer something different, depending on weather conditions and what they want that week. But we're pretty excited for it. We tilled this all up with the new 48-inch King Cutter tiller, and based on what we had planted here last year, it tilled up beautifully, so it's pretty much perfect soil for planting. And we're gonna start getting this stuff in the ground. All right, guys, that took about 25 minutes, and the alfalfa mix with the screening, all by Imperial Whitetails, in the ground. So now we just need some hot weather and some moisture, and we will update you as we go on this food plot. All right, Isaac, what we got going in here today?
So, border patrol, we're doing that around the edges.
And we got some beaners.
Where are they?
Real world.
2 real world beans.
And then we're gonna touch up the chicory and the clover.
We also have
on the west end. We're gonna touch that up.
some regular soybeans for filler too.
And some fords, yeah. 2 acres of soybeans and about half an acre of clover chicory altogether. Maybe a third, maybe a little bit less than half an acre.
Might kill a deer for free out of that plot.
2 Radix blinds over it. All winds. Everything's in play. Water source right by it. It's gonna be
in the chicory plot.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch up the edges around where the old screening was and stuff.
Good Bambi killing spot.
Yeah. Hopefully the first time we hunt, a deer dies there this year, which will not be opening day, most likely, unless it's in the morning because of the wedding.
Yeah, Mr.
For the 400th time.
Day, deer season.
Yeah, I'm getting married on opening day as well next year, so we've missed opening day at least 5 years in a row now, but who cares?
Hopefully we have some deer down before.
Hey, I almost killed a deer.
You almost
Kentucky. In Kentucky. Looks like I have way more than the rest.
This one, yeah.
They're about even all the way across. I just fixed that in a little bit.
Proud of you, Kyle. You're a smart man.
Learn how to be farmers today.
Real one. All right, guys, it is June 8th, and we are officially done with food plots here on the home farm. As you can see, all of this has been turned into soybeans. Up, dog. Lower it down all the way, you can see it better.
It does not but mess things up.
Loaded that mower 1 million pounds. Never fun. Dude, I don't know how